and it's gonna come a lot in the legislature. So right now, I think with the closure of 2 prisons we had, we were about 12,000, I'm doing pretty close math here, 12,200 beds. Somebody tell me, what is the plan today on if we construct the 3 new prisons that we're discussing? What would the capacity, what would be the bed capacity of those? Because there's an interpretation, there's 2 sides. One says, build your capacity until you can just hold everybody. And there's one side that says, we need to, my side, we need to build, but we need to build for improving the quality and services as far as programming inside. Somebody give me a number on the total number of beds we're talking about. And again, we're hypotheticals. We have, the governor has a plan, the legislature, but anybody give me an idea on a hard number there, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think, I don't know that I can give you a hard number, I can give you
an estimation. Spot commission, that's not unfair to you,
but before I do that, if I could maybe, Representative Rowe, just dovetail just a little bit, just because I may be more involved in this process than Mr. Gaines is. Certainly, the advent of technology is going to be significant for what we'll bring into both video surveillance, security barriers, those types of things. The other thing is that there is a generally accepted principle within corrections that, and I know this won't be a surprise to anyone in this room, is that if we can put inmates together who have like goals, then, and those goals are positive, and we can provide services to them towards those positive goals, their term of incarceration tends to be characterized by less violence, less negative type of activity, and more positive type of activity. And so in these new prisons, we are designing it such that there will be sections in which will be very secure, because admittedly there are some that require that very high level of security. And then it will graduate down towards lower security levels, and that will be determined by the inmate. And so if the inmate wants to move from a higher security level that maybe they are initially classified into to a lower security level, they have within their power, through programming and through how they behave and things like that, to over time move towards those lower security levels. And the facilities are designed in order to accommodate that. Right now, we basically have, we manage beds. And that's not the ideal way to manage an inmate population. What you've heard here is a vision to assess every inmate, identify what their needs are, bring programmatics to bear on those needs in a safe environment to give them the best opportunity to transition at the end of their incarceration. That's a totally different vision that the department has had in years past. Also, and you mentioned this, things that were not thought of when our facilities were built 30, 40, 50 years ago are very important requirements today. The delivery of sufficient and adequate health care, the provision of mental health care, the programming that we've talked about, the pipeline to a living wage skill through the trade system into the community. All of those types of things didn't have the emphasis that they had when our facilities were built, so therefore they weren't designed for that. These new facilities will be designed with that rehabilitation mentality in mind. So that's a little bit more expanding on your question. To your question, Senator Ward, right now our design architectural capacity based on the current beds is just a little bit under 13,000. When we complete the current iteration of the plan, that number will go up slightly to, I believe, somewhere around 15,000, but that will still be considerably less than our current population. If we were to have a significant decrease in our population.